What is the effect of Peter's denial? What is the effect of Peter's denial? Did it change anything? No. Jesus, even if Peter did deny Jesus, Jesus would still have been crucified. Of course. So that denial has nothing to do with the crucifixion. Yeah.
It made Peter stronger in later on,
Yes.
realizing that what he did.
It did. It actually did. One of our meditations is God's forgiveness. Remember Peter denied 3 times? His love was stronger. The same thing with love. Do you know love is stronger the second time around when after you quarrel? Is that right? You quarrel. You argue bitterly. I hate you. I hate you too. And then you agree, and after that, it's sweeter. Maybe. Yes?
I don't know.
Well, not you.
We don't know.
Well, the bottom line is God sees our everything. God sees our hearts, God sees our motives, God sees our desires. So there's no... So God knows if you're doing anything out of love for Him. He knows. Everything we must do out of love for God. Of course, the 2 greatest commandments is love God above all and love one another. Saturday, in the middle of darkness, what's the meaning of in the middle of darkness? We tend to lose hope in the midst of trials. We tend to lose hope in the midst of trials. That's a heavy-duty trial they went through. Imagine, they were looking at Jesus as the Messiah. Jesus could save everyone, right? Remember one of the mockeries they gave Jesus? He saved others, now he can't save himself. If you're really the Messiah, come down and we'll believe you. Right? While he was hanging out the tree. We, as God's creatures, we tend to lose hope in the midst of heavy-duty trials. Death in the family, serious sickness, loss of job. Right? Tornado, hurricane, blew whatever we belonged to us before. Fire, race. We tend to lose hope. But Jesus is saying otherwise. Number 2, an unexpected light dawns. In the midst of hopelessness, what happens? Remember Mary Magdalene and Salome and the other Mary went to the tomb, right? And then we don't know where they laid him. It was empty. The tomb was empty. This is Sunday. By the way, Saturday we have no gospel reading on Saturday. There's no liturgy on Saturday. You know that?
We do.
Only the birth, yeah, which is at night. Saturday, Holy Saturday, there's no liturgy. Why? Jesus was in Sheol. So an unexpected light dawns. What is that unexpected light? Who are you looking for? And we don't know where they put him. He is risen. What? He is risen. I told you at some point also that there were 2 napkins. Napkin on his head, covering his face, and the rest, the linen that covered his entire body. What the Apostle Peter saw, and eventually John, they saw the linen cloth was like thrown on the side, but the piece of cloth that was covering his head was neatly put flat. You know why? The custom of the Jews, when you eat and you're done eating, even in the restaurant, when you're done eating, what do you do to the napkin? You just put it on top of the plate, right? Or on the side. You're not coming back. But if you need to go to the restroom only and you're coming back, what do? You put the napkin away from the plate, right? On the side. So the Jews is the same thing. If you are not done eating, if you're coming back, you fold your napkin well on the side. The reason Jesus folded that napkin covering his face was because he was coming back. And he is coming back. That's our big, big hope. He's coming back. He rose from the dead, and that made all sense in our faith. Because as St. Paul says, our faith would have been in vain had Jesus not risen from the dead. We'll all be a whole bunch of fools if Jesus didn't resurrect. What is this hope? What is this hope that you're talking about if Jesus didn't rise from the dead? There's no hope. Now, because he did, yes, there is hope. There is this light. And number 3, a new perspective on everything. What does this mean? The resurrection makes everything new. The resurrection makes everything new. Next Sunday. This is the account, John chapter 20, for this next Sunday. You know, Peter was old, and John was the young one, apostle. So when they ran, after Mary Magdalene broke the news, they ran. They actually ran to the tomb. They were not that far. Where were they? They were in the upper room. I told you, it's like from here up to the motorcycle mall. It's that close. So you can run to that place. And because Peter was old, John could run faster than him. So John got to the tomb first before Peter. But John did not enter the tomb. You know why? Because Peter is the prime apostle. He should give Peter the privilege of seeing first, examining the tomb, the empty tomb. So he just waited on the side. He just waited on the side and let Peter come. And when Peter came, he let Peter went in to the tomb. Then he followed. That's respect for the authority of Peter. Remember, Peter is the prime apostle, the holder of the keys. Number 2, John waited for Peter to arrive. So Peter went in first. And burial cloth and the cloth that covered Jesus' head, it was neatly folded. Because Jesus is coming back. Jesus is coming back. You better believe it. That's why, let us proclaim the mystery of our faith. And what we say? Christ has died. Christ is risen. Guess what? Christ will come again. Please get your catechism.